When we first moved here, we had a vision.
Well, not really a vision, more like a vague direction of where we thought we wanted to go.
So where things have gone over the last 12 months, doesn't matter where you are in the world, it's been a bit of a rocky road.
Even though we didn't know where we wanted to end up specifically, all I could say is this. What started out as a spontaneous move to a new country ended up being the most amazing 15 months I've ever experienced in my life.
Here is our story.
A lot of people think that passion is something that you're born with or you wake up one day and just suddenly realize. In my experience, passion always starts out as an interest, and for it to become a true passion, you really have to work hard to get there.
I was born and raised in a small country at the bottom of the world, New Zealand. New Zealand is renowned for the most beautiful landscapes. White sand beaches, black sand beaches, Southern Alp mountain ranges in the South Island, forests in the north. Basically, any kind of landscape, it's within close proximity.
We would always go out on the weekends to go camping.
Pretty much to start documenting our adventures through the lens of a GoPro.
And that's really where my passion for video first began. We wanted to pursue our passion even further, and we wanted something bigger.
It's Eric's leaving party. We're just here to say goodbye.
I'm leaving to Melbourne, leaving these guys behind. I'm gonna cry, bro.
Thank God.
With only $50 in the bank account, I moved to Melbourne.
I got big dog status, I'm a big dog bitch. I pull up on the
So Eric, he actually moved to Melbourne first, and I joined him a good few months later.
We had no idea that bigger was gonna look like this.
So I moved to Melbourne in October 2019, so we've been here for about 4 months now, and this is where we've been staying. Man, it's a pretty small place, nothing really flash by any means. Throughout that time, it's kind of been a bit of a struggle, you know, starting a business from the ground up. So if you switch around, that was my room in there, probably the biggest. And master bedroom, Eric's room right here, which is quite good because he's got an ensuite straight to the bathroom. So around here we got a kitchen, which is another feature of Eric's room. We've had a few issues in this kitchen where we've had like a lot of cockroaches and shit, so all this here we've kind of...
This is our staple. Baked beans
and rice on bread. That does the job. This is our bathroom. Any important part of a bathroom is sufficient ventilation. Falling off the roof here. Obviously in Melbourne it gets quite cold in winter, you know, so we got a bit of insulation we throw up here. The thing being, now that it's summer, is that it's quite hot, so you just pull that bad boy off. Let me give this to you, bro.
Right, so this is my master bed. Picked this up for $20 from the last tenant. Pretty much like this contraption is real high end. You essentially pull this up and, you know, it folds out into like a nice single bed.
We had no money to catch the bus, so we would walk 30 minutes every single day to and from our old shoebox office. In January and February, we started ramping up a bit again, and we started getting a little bit more work and a little bit more stability.
And you know, for a startup that was roughly 4 weeks old, we're starting to do pretty well.
We had an amazing time working with some big football players for NAP. We had a really good run filming behind the scenes for Jay Sean. We did a whole bunch of fashion shoots. We were all out about in Melbourne, trying new things and exploring our craft further in the realm of video. I would say the favorite moment was when we were asked to go to the Gold Coast to shoot for the Tourism Board and SCA Travel, and we had a blast creating the most amazing content for one of the most popular tourist attractions in Australia.
It's a big day because you see all these suitcases here. Tomorrow we're going to be actually moving to a new apartment.
And just as we moved out of the shack,
that's where things really did start to hit the fan.
Victoria will be in lockdown within the next 48 hours. The Premier will tell a meeting of the National Cabinet tonight that he's shutting.
Moving to a foreign country always comes with its challenges.
Moving to a foreign country in the midst of a pandemic to start a business, those challenges are tenfold.
Pretty much lost all the work that we had planned in the next 3 months within 48 hours. Not long after we We moved out of our old flat, business was going super well, and all of a sudden we've been hit with the coronavirus pandemic, and half the creatives, actually most of the creatives we know, are completely out of work. We are currently down to our last clientele and last workloads. We've moved out of our office to cut down operation costs immediately, and we are now working out of our new apartment, and we are currently strategizing a whole bunch of things, and we're gonna hopefully in the next few weeks implement these and see how it does in an economy like right now.
So we thought that if we tried all of these crazy ideas and none of them worked out, it wouldn't matter and we wouldn't feel upset, because at the end of the day, it's not like anyone knows how to succeed in a pandemic anyway. There's no handbook for that. And so we got to work.
Basically 3 months now since the start of coronavirus in March. Moved everything out of our old office back home for that period. Working from home, which has been quite nice in some ways, but very much so looking forward to getting back to somewhere where we can dedicate a designated amount of time to. Temporary space for the next 6 weeks before we move into our final destination.
One day, out of the blue, I wake up to this crazy email from a guy called Robert Valletta, and I went to search this guy up. He had a Wikipedia page. He was a TV personality and an actor in LA. He heard that I was an editor, and he really wanted me to edit an intro for one of his TV shows. And I was thinking, no way is that real. I jumped on a call with him and I realized this was definitely real.
So we really utilized the post-production of these TV shows as the core foundation of our business model, which was now dealing on a global scale.
And soon after that, we started employing people, growing our business, moved to the office of our dreams, and here we are today. Circling back to the vision I was talking about at the start, I would say that it has gone way beyond our wildest expectations.
What's been integral to us is not having any set expectation, but enjoying the process and the journey along the way.
As our vision is ever changing, we'd love to take you guys on this journey with us.
No one knows what the future holds. The most important thing we can do is have an open mindset, willing to adapt and push ourselves forward to achieve new things.